Good morning. So, this project we're working on is my oldest son's house. Um, this was done as a double wall construction. So, it's done post and pier on the outside wall, which was all 2x4, 2x8, that type of construction. You can see the 2x8 joist here, the band. So, that outside was done that. And then it was insulated in R19 on the walls with foam sprayed in pretty much every crack and crevice that wasn't 100% covered with this R19. Now the R19 we used is insulation from metal building construction, so it's got a vinyl face on it. I took some pictures of it, but I don't have any exposed anymore to show you in the house right now. And then we came back with a 2x3 wall on the outside edge, gapped out 1.5 inches from the original frame. It's here, and that way we've got a good insulated cavity. This son is far more concerned with the energy efficiency and keeping costs low. So that's the style that this house is. I pay for the building of all my kids' houses, but they have to obviously pay their own bills once they're moved in, their own utilities, and their own lifestyle. So there's some modifications that they may choose, and each of their overall demeanor and how they are is completely different. So the styles you'll see between the two of my older son's houses are completely different, but nonetheless, my oldest son, he chose the double wall construction, heavy insulation factor in his construction build, and then we're doing sheetrock on the walls, and the ceilings in the downstairs at least will be this exposed beam look. This will all get shot with PVA primer when I prime the walls after we finish the mudding, and then painted whatever choice. Typically we're going to do this style. It's going to be done in a white, and then he'll pick a color here, but it kind of it gives the allure of a higher ceiling and that exposed beam look, and he can do with that what he wills in the future. The upstairs is a raked roof, so it's got heavy insulation in it. It gets a subframe underneath it as well, and it'll get sheetrocked like the rest of the walls. But this downstairs, very much like an old farm feel in the construction type. But anyway, today what I'm working on is I've already first coated all the sheetrock. So I've already first coated all the sheetrock except for the corners. I do the corners last. I don't know, self-taught, so that's how I do it. But tight as I can, and then we'll come back and do the corner beads. And it's anyway, the joints on the walls have all been first coated. This here was a demo that I did with my middle boy, because we're about the same process with him, explaining the blade changes when we change the different blades that we've got here. So we first coat with that 4-inch roughly blade there on the left, and then we move up incrementally in sizes. Here's the rest of the blades. We move up to a 6-inch and an 8-inch and a 10-inch and then a 12, and by the time we're done to the 12, we're done. I'll probably switch to fast drying mud after I get the first two coats done, but nonetheless, you can see just dirty mud. We use a mesh tape when we're doing our sheetrock. We find that it holds a stronger bond in the joints for what we're doing. When I do a home for customers, then I obviously am not sheetrocking their house. I am going to hire that out to a professional. But since this is all self-funded and 100% covered out of my savings account, then we're gonna do the vast majority of it ourselves.